Hey, so I'm here to talk to you guys today about WOW Airlines. If you're watching this video, 9 times out of 10, you're either thinking about going to Iceland or thinking about taking a trip on WOW Airlines. So what I want to do is break down some of the myths. I know a lot of people want to know, 1, are the prices really what they say they are? 2, are the flights safe? 3, is the staff nice or are they mean? Because I've read, comments or people's concerns about, folks being mean on WOW Airlines. So in this video, I'm going to break down my recent trip from Boston over to Reykjavik and then over to Paris and let you know what my experience was, and then you'll know whether or not you should spend your money or not. See you in the video.
Hood and cultured.
Hey, so now we're back ready to talk about WOW Airlines, and the first thing I want to say is this: WOW Airlines is a budget airline. If you don't know what that means, basically what that means is budget airlines charge you for everything. Consider it like this: budget airlines, everything is a la carte, meaning you get what you pay for, you only get what you pay for. So if you want a certain seat, or if you want certain meals, or if you want a certain number of bags, you pay for all those things as you need them. Me being a person who pretty much travels only with a backpack, I don't need 2 or 3 other check bags included because I'm not going to check any bags. I'm pretty much going to have a personal item and then my backpack, which is considered a carry-on, and then I'm good to go. So I'm a fan of that because when I take international flights, you normally get 2, check bags on your larger airlines, but I never really use that. So I like the fact that I get to, pick and choose what I need. So the first thing I want to talk about is keep in mind that you pay for each and every bag. Everything that you check or carry on, they charge you for. So you get one personal item, and basically you need to pay attention to the measurements. I'm going to create a separate video that talks about the luggage and what they do and what they look at, because they're very specific and very particular. So they're specific about size and weight. So you need to keep all that stuff in mind. WOW Airlines is more about the size than the weight, but make sure you keep that in mind because your personal item needs to be able to fit underneath the seat, all right? And then your carry-on item needs to be certain dimensions and it needs to fit safely into the carry-on. Now here's what I noticed. When we took 2 different types of planes. So from Boston to Reykjavik, we were on one type of plane, and then from Reykjavik to Paris, we took a different one. And the overhead compartments were different sizes, which kind of surprised me because normally I can put my bag in like straight in versus sideways. But on the plane that we took to Paris, I actually had to turn my bag sideways and kind of rotate it. So that was different. You have to pay for your seats, which honestly at this point in time, most airlines, even the more expensive airlines, they charge you to select your seat. Basically it's like, hey, if you want a guaranteed window seat or a guaranteed aisle seat, a guaranteed exit row seat, then you have to pay for that. So that's pretty much becoming commonplace in the industry. It's not something that's limited to budget airlines or WOW Airlines. It's just one of those things where it's just the way things are nowadays. So I'm a fan of selecting my seat. I like to know exactly where I'm going to sit. On long hauls, I like to sit on the aisle seat. Short hauls, I'll take a window seat, or depending on the time of day, if I want to get some footage either taking off or landing, I'll choose a window seat. So keep that in mind. Again, it's nothing abnormal. It's pretty standard across the industry, but they do charge you for your seat. The other thing that people want to know about is what's up with the planes? Is it safe? These flights are so cheap. Are the planes going to fall out of the sky? And the truth of the matter is, WOW Airlines has one of the, if not the youngest fleet in the industry. They've only been around since November of 2011, and they took their first inaugural flight in 2012. So if you think about that, it's 2017 when I'm filming this video. That's only 5 years ago. So on average, the average age of their planes is only 2.9 years according to their website. I don't know why they didn't round it up to 3 years, but so I'm gonna create a separate video about the fleet and the different planes and the seats that they have on there, because they pretty much have the standard planes that you're used to flying. They have the Airbus 320, 321, and 330. Now, I know here in the States, a lot of planes, a lot of airlines use the Airbus 320. It's the typical, 3-3 setup, one aisle down the middle. So, it's not a baby plane. It's not anything like that. And honestly, the seats were extremely comfortable. The plane was really nice. And because it's a younger fleet, it was actually quieter. The cabin pressure was better because on a lot of the newer planes, they're really big on reducing the cabin pressure, so it feels a little less like you're up in the air, and people have, inflated bodies and dehydrating. So the cabin pressure makes a big difference as far as your body comfort. And so being that they have a younger fleet, the cabin pressure and all those things are pretty much taken care of, and it's a really comfortable ride. I really enjoyed myself, had no issues, no complaints whatsoever. The other thing people wanted to know about were the flight, the people. And I read a lot of articles about this, I guess because of the Viking history and all of that. You know, people said folks in Iceland are very stoic and very mean, and, you know, I honestly didn't experience any of that. From Boston to Reykjavik to Paris, everybody that we encountered was super friendly. Everybody, whether it was the gate agent, the flight attendant, the pilot, it didn't matter. Everybody was extremely friendly, extremely helpful. So as far as the people go, 2 thumbs up. Another thing I would say is the flight staff was pretty photogenic. I'll let you figure out what that means. But I think for most airlines, they pretty much, at least the ones I've been on, they typically have nice looking flight attendants. So what's my end review? If you're looking to go to Iceland, if you're looking to save money, and if you're looking to have a good time, take WOW Air. Safe planes, the prices if you catch a sale are extremely affordable, and it's a young fleet, you really have nothing to lose. So with that being said, I'm going to create other videos to kind of break down the cost of the seats, your selections, the different additional fees that are involved, and even the fleet. So you can check those out. We'll probably link those somewhere in the video, probably up here somewhere, and you can check that out. If not, it might be down below. So with that being said, book your flight, head over to WOW Airlines, get to Reykjavik, and enjoy yourself. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.